Okay, first I'll explain the hat. So before doing this video, I was coming from outside and it's pretty cold out there. Now, I am not brave when it comes to the cold. I hate the cold. So I throw on my Eskimo hat. I love this hat. Now, before coming inside, my friend says to me,
"Why don't you wear the hat for the video?"
why would I do that?
Do it. No balls. No balls.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it in the hat. I don't care. I'll do it in the hat. So now I'm doing it in the hat. Now, for a lot of actors, self-tapes are scary. You're dealing with a camera for a casting director that you don't know or a director that you don't know. You've never seen them. They're going to watch this video and judge you. First things first, get rid of that. They're not watching the video to judge you. They're watching the video to see if you have what it takes to help them fix a certain problem. That problem being a character that they really need. This is your chance to sell yourself. That sounded bad. This is your chance to show what it is that you have to offer. It's their job to figure out if they want that or don't want that. None of that means you're a good or bad actor. Just let go of the pressure. I find that it's best to try and relax. Don't even really think about the camera. It's not like you have to actually look at it, because looking right into the camera is actually really weird. And that brings me to my next point. Where should your eyes be? Now, in most cases, just like when you go into an audition, there's someone there that's filming you, and a lot of times that person is the reader. And even if they're not, the person who is reading is usually still next to the camera. So it's very often that your eyes are going to be here, talking to the person right next to the camera. Part of the reason for this is that I want to see your eyes while you're doing what you're doing. Now, if I place the person over here, I don't see your eyes. I get a whole lot of white, and nobody wants that. Now, in some situations, the reader is going to be reading for more than one character in the scene. That can be hard because you're not sure if you should just keep looking at them or if you should look somewhere else. First things first, you should look somewhere else. Show that you can track more than one person in a scene. It's all about giving them the visual. I can show you that there's more than one person in this room that I'm talking to, even though it's only one. Now, question is, where do you place that other person? If your first person is here, as we talked about earlier, you don't want to go over here. Rule of thumb, place them exactly on the opposite side of the camera. So I'm talking to one right now, and then I'm switching over to talking to the other. But you still get my eyes. It's a great thing to know. Be aware of your dimensions. In most cases, the casting director is only going to be watching your audition on a phone. So you got about this much room to play with. This is what they're going to watch you on. Therefore, you don't want to be way back. Make sure that you are close enough. They really want to see this. I think that it's very important to have a good starting point and ending point. You don't want to end a line and then just, you got to let it sit. As far as clothing, I do find that it's a better idea to keep it sort of generic. This shirt is probably as far as I would go when it comes to using multiple colors. I usually wouldn't do it. I like to think of my self-tapes as a blank canvas. As a director, I want to look at this and see if I'm going to be able to put the picture I'm looking for on this. But it doesn't hurt to still think about the character too. The difference between a button-up and a thermal can go a long way. Angles do matter. You should make sure that you are well seen. But as I mentioned, they're most likely going to watch this on something small. So keep it sort of close, unless you're dealing with something physical, in which case you would go more far away. Always use the best audio and video quality that you can. Oh, and to add on the thing about a reader, have a reader. Don't Skype somebody. Don't have someone on the phone. And definitely don't wait as if someone's talking. Just get a reader. I promise you, it's a lot more enjoyable to watch if there's actually someone there reading with you. Any of the other things can throw them off, and the last thing that you want is to be a distasteful video that they kind of just want to turn off. The last thing I'd like you guys to know is that in most cases I have heard the first few seconds is what sells you. So come in strong. Anyway, stay true to who you are. Relax. Just give them what you have. And if it's right for you, it's going to come to you. So, do you have any pointers to give on self-tapes that I have not said? Do you agree with any of the things that I've said? Do you disagree with anything that I've said? Do you have other questions about it? Put it all in the comments below and let's see what everybody has to say. Either which way, you got the opinion from the Swift side. That's just mine. Let me know what yours is. And I hope it helped.